That's the thing about life. It's survival of the fittest, and that's the sad part about it. That some people have to lose their life or lose their no, I mean like, and granted, and when I say lose your life, I'm not only talking about death.
Oh, I thought you
right?
were talking
No. I'm not talking about death. I'm talking about like that homeless guy who was peeing outside. Like he lost. Okay, Chad. You need to grow up. Okay, you really need to grow up.
So he lost.
If he had to choose, I'm sure he would have wanted to use the bathroom in the toilet. You get what I'm saying? But he didn't want. But that wasn't his. Okay. I don't know.
I'm sorry. All right.
But my thing is, as sad as they may sound, life doesn't give us that option that everyone's going to survive.
Yeah.
It's literally and I think.
Well, let me say this though.
Go ahead.
I think our generation is saying, okay, well, how do we make it so everybody does survive?
And I think life is saying everybody's not going to survive.
Well, life can't. How do you? Wait.
You have a most recent situation right here, right?
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about it, but there was a Travis Scott concert, right? To where a lot of people bum rushed the concert. There was over 50,000 people there, and people don't go to concert to die. You know, RIP to everyone who was injured, and prayers to the families who was affected by this. But as sad as that is, it's like, yo, when you have that much people in a place and uncontrolled by management or whatever it is, security, whatever it is, right? Everybody is at a risk. Even if, let's say, everyone who went there survived, that doesn't take away that much people in that uncontrolled environment was at a risk. And whenever there's a risk, there's a consequence. And that's what life is. And I'm not talking specifically to that situation, but there has to be some reality to where it's like, okay, how can everyone survive? Everyone's not going to survive life. A lot of people come from suburban households and things like that, and they find themselves in a situation to where it's like they had a head start on some people that don't come from that environment, and they not thriving. They trying to survive. So that's why I'm like, everyone is not going to make it. And that's where I think my statement, you got to have your cake and eat it too, come from.
I mean, that's a reality, but that's not changing the fact that what our generation and even generations after us are going to try to do. I mean, every generation does this, right?
That's true.
So you try to make the rate of survival higher with every generation that passes.
Yeah.
And so what we're trying to do is things that people dealt with by themselves, where it was only just survival of the fittest. We're saying, okay, how do we make it so more people survive, not just the fittest?
Yeah.
And so if you need an outlet, if you need an escape route, if you need somebody to walk your hand while you're going to pass your bully, mentally, of course.
Yeah. Or sometimes physically.
Or physically.
Yeah.
How do we set up these parameters where you could have 50,000 people in a concert, but it's controlled?
Yeah.
And so I think we have these areas where it's been uncontrolled for so long, and people are waking up to like, this is not right. You see in sports, where it's like only people who could mentally deal with the stress are allowed to play the sport. Is this right? And people are saying maybe it's not. Okay, how do we set up these parameters, or how do we reevaluate how we approach these athletes and so forth, so that they could perform at their highest without the added pressure of this and that? Some people are saying, well, that's just the game. That's just how it is.